to the podium, identify yourself by name and address before speaking, and sign the guest log on the table. If commenting on Zoom, follow the chat procedure. Items. Please join me and rise for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. And now the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. The first order of business tonight is the Police Department retirements and promotions. I have an agenda, a list of steps to take. So, and the first step is to ask Chief Brubaker to step to the podium, and I see she is there already. And Diane?
Before we go through the recognition for Chief Brubaker's retirement, I wanted to read a quick piece of information for those, and there's probably very few in the room that don't know the significance of a pinning ceremony, but for our new board members who haven't been through this before, and for those who watch this in the future, I thought it would be worthwhile to read this statement. A pinning ceremony is a longstanding law enforcement tradition. Incorporating the ceremony into a public meeting symbolizes the officer's authority comes from and is supported by the community. There are 2 times a badge is presented, first upon graduating from the academy, and then later upon being promoted to a higher rank. Both times are significant career accomplishments. Pinning passes professional standards and department culture from one generation to the next. Tonight, each officer being recognized for promotion will be presented with a badge and collar brass appropriate for their new rank. The badge and pins represent authority, community service, accountability, and the weight of the oath taken. Loved ones and mentors are invited to physically pin the badge and collar brass onto the uniform to honor the sacrifices that families make and recognize the support system that's required for the job. Chief Brubaker has been lucky enough to be with us through multiple pinning ceremonies, both as the chief and for herself. Chief Brubaker will retire, from the East Hempfield Township Police Department on Friday, August 7th, 2026, after more than 26 years of exemplary service to the township and its residents. Chief Brubaker began her distinguished career with East Hempfield Township on August 7th, 2000, as a patrol officer. From the very beginning, she demonstrated a commitment to excellence, professionalism, and service to the community. Throughout her time in the patrol division, she took on numerous specialized assignments, serving as a field training officer, bike officer, member of the Lancaster County Auto Theft Task Force, member of the Lancaster County DUI Task Force, crisis intervention team officer, and hostage negotiator for the Special Emergency Response Team, or CERT. Her dedication and leadership earned her promotion to sergeant in January of 2013, where she supervised the patrol platoon and the department's K-line unit. During her time as a patrol sergeant, her shift received numerous unit citations, a testament to the high standards, teamwork, and professionalism that she fostered among those that she led. In August of 2014, Chief Brubaker was promoted to patrol lieutenant, continuing to provide strong leadership and guidance to the department. Her exceptional service and proven leadership culminated in her appointment as Chief of Police in May of 2022, a position that she has served with integrity, vision, and dedication. Chief Brubaker is a graduate of Cumberland Valley High School and E-Town College, where she earned a bachelor's degree in business administration. She also holds a master's degree in criminal justice from Southern New Hampshire University. She's completed numerous leadership and supervisory training programs throughout her law enforcement career. Beyond her professional accomplishments, Chief Brubaker enjoys a very active lifestyle. In her free time, she can be found biking, running, hiking, camping, skiing, kayaking, you name it, with her family and her friends. Chief Brubaker has embodied the East Hempfield Township Police Department's mission and its motto, pride in service. Through her leadership, dedication, and steadfast commitment to public safety, She's left a lasting impact on the department, the township, the many officers she's mentored throughout her career, and everyone she has interacted with. As Jen retires on August 7th, 2026, we extend our sincere gratitude and appreciation for her 26 years of dedicated service to East Hempfield Township. We congratulate Chief Brubaker on a remarkable career and wish her and her family health, happiness, and a ton of exciting adventures in the years ahead. Please join me in recognizing and celebrating the retirement of Chief Jennifer Brubaker.
Thank you, Diane. And I'd like to make some very brief comments. I've been a supervisor at East Hempfield for 2.5 years. And from the moment I started, it's been so reassuring to have Chief Brubaker leading the department. I've heard nothing but positive comments and just a lot of confidence in you. And it's just very reassuring to me, and I know to the other board members, to have someone as competent and respected as you, and just wish you a great and well-deserved retirement. Any comments from Mr. Bennett?
Well, I'll make a comment. I guess I would say when you open the dictionary, look up leader and law enforcement professional, you'll probably find a picture of Chief Brubaker. She's been an outstanding chief here for us at East Hempfield. I don't believe that the community could have asked for a better person to be our police chief. I want to thank you and wish you well in your retirement. Keep busy, keep running, and keep biking. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Landis?
I would just add that it takes a special person to do the job in law enforcement well, and it takes a special person to be able to retool their skill set to lead people well. And from everything I've seen and heard, Chief, you've done both excellently. Another challenge awaits from everything I've been told. It takes a lot to retool into retirement then. So best of luck with that, and congratulations on your excellent career.
Thank you. All right. The next step is for me to read Resolution 2026.20, and will request a motion for adoption. All right. Township of East Hempfield, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, Resolution 2026-20. This is going to take a while, but not too long. Whereas Jennifer Brubaker had a desire to serve the citizens of East Hempfield Township, and whereas Jennifer Brubaker joined the East Hempfield Township Police Department on August 7th, 2000, and was promoted to the Chief of Police on April 14th, 2022. Whereas Chief Brubaker, through her 26-year tenure at East Hempfield Township, has instilled values, ethics, and character into each officer serving East Hempfield Township. Her exemplary record has helped to make the East Hempfield Police Department what it is today. And whereas Chief Brubaker has set an excellent example for others to follow through her selfless and dedicated service to the community and the earned respect and appreciation of her peers. Whereas Chief Brubaker came into this position with a goal to improve community engagement, something that was hindered by the pandemic, and has certainly accomplished that. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Supervisors of East Hempfield Township, acting on behalf of the residents of East Hempfield Township, do hereby highly commend and sincerely thank Chief Jennifer Brubaker for her most generous commitment to the betterment of East Hempfield Township. Be it further resolved that this resolution be made a part of the permanent record of East Hempfield Township, with a copy being provided to Jennifer Brubaker upon her retirement on August 7th, 2026, duly adopted at a public meeting held on August 5th, 2026, and signed by myself, Robert Johnson, Darren Landis, Tom Bennett, and unfortunately, we have two supervisors, Carly Abbott and Alex Tran, who are on vacation So that's why there's not all five of us here, but they all sent their thanks to you and congratulations to you. Next step is the official motion. Do I hear a motion to approve Resolution 2026.20, recognizing the retirement of Police Chief Jennifer Brubaker after 26 years of dedicated service to East Hempfield Township?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Bennett, second by Mr. Landis. All in favor, say
Aye.
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 Opposed? None. Motion carries 3-0. Should have posed better there, huh?
That's all right. We'll get it later.
All right. Now I would like to introduce Senators James Malone and Representative Brett Miller, who also have a citation. Senator Malone first, please.
I had to push, is this one? This one?
Either one. They're both on. You might want to take it out and hold it because it needs to be pretty close and you're going to call
Okay.
me in. So
Said I felt a bit odd. I had to push Chief out of the way in order to get in here, so. But we have a citation of congratulations from the Senate. I'm going to go ahead and read it. Be warned, it is a lot of what you've already heard. I do want to say it is an absolute pleasure to be able to celebrate this time with you. And, you know, it is an incredible perseverance to put in 26 years and to have it so well executed. So really proud to be able to read this today. Whereas the Senate of Pennsylvania is always pleased to recognize those individuals who contribute in a meaningful way towards the well-being of their communities and this Commonwealth. And whereas Chief Jennifer Brubaker is being lauded upon August 7th, 2026, retirement from the East Hempfield Township Police Department, concluding 26 years of dedicated service. And whereas Chief Brubaker began her career in law enforcement when she joined the security department at Elizabethtown College while in attendance at the school, shortly after earning her bachelor's degree in business administration, she entered the police academy and was hired by the East Hempfield Township Police Department in August 2000. Chief Brubaker held a variety of roles, including officer, field training officer, bicycle officer, sergeant, and lieutenant. She also served as a member of the Special Emergency Response Team, the Crisis Intervention Team, the Lancaster County Auto Theft Task Force, and the DUI Task Force. In April 2022, she rose to the position of chief, the role from which she is retiring. And whereas throughout her 10-year of service, Chief Brubaker faithfully endeavored to persevere and protect the health and safety and welfare of the fellow citizens in the finest spirit of public service. She demonstrated exemplary knowledge, ability, and integrity in carrying out her many responsibilities and earned deep respect and gratitude from her tireless devotion to duty. Now therefore, the Senate and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania congratulates Chief Brubaker upon her well-earned retirement, affirmatively states that she served the East Hempfield Township Police Department and the community at large with distinction, offers their best wishes from the for the most rewarding future.
Well, it's my privilege to be here. Sorry if I have my back to each of you, but it's a great honor for me to be here and to present this citation. I want to give a few comments before I read the citation if I can. And it was my privilege to serve here for 9 years, and when you were in service as well. And to know that the number one responsibility of a public official is the public safety. And to have such a great team and standing here to affirm you as well is a high honor. And to know that you dedicated your life to serving the people of this community, there's nothing greater. I can tell you that I'm sure that this is bittersweet for you. The bitter part, I'm sure, is leaving such a fine group of esteemed colleagues and those who've retired and are now here to witness your retirement. And a bit of sadness, I'm sure, in your heart for leaving such good folks. The sweet part is, of course, more time to do things with your family, which I know is a high, high priority for you. And that will, of course, be sweet. But I can tell you that there is a degree of thankfulness from the people of this community for all that you have done in helping to keep us safe, organizing and planning and all that you did with these fine officials behind us here, the officers behind us, to help keep us safe. So this is a big deal. This is a big deal. So I want to read some of this. I'm not going to read some of the things that have been referenced before because they're reflected here as well. But I do want to read a couple things and give some comments along the way. The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the House of Representatives, a citation. Whereas the House of Representatives of Pennsylvania takes great pleasure in recognizing those citizens who selflessly devote their lives to ensuring the safety of the residents of their communities and ultimately of all the people of this great Commonwealth. And so you were one of those individuals who gave selflessly so that the people of this community and the surrounding areas, and indeed the entire Commonwealth, were safer. Whereas Chief Jennifer M. Brubaker is being honored upon her August 7th, 2026 retirement after 26 years of dedicated and distinguished service to the East Hempfield Township Police Department. And it goes on to list all of the items that have been read before. I'll just read this one sentence here. Chief Brubaker served with consummate skill, upheld the laws of this Commonwealth, and served as a role model for all those who aspire to a career in law enforcement. So for that is a high, high ideal. Thank you for that. And now therefore the House of Representatives of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania pays a respectful tribute to Chief Jennifer M. Brubaker upon her richly deserved retirement, notes with pride and gratitude her record of service. I'm going to stop there. Reflecting back on the 25,000 or so citizens of East Hempfield, if collectively, I think if you could somehow hear it, they're all saying thank you, giving you gratitude for what you've done. So notes with pride and gratitude her record of service, which far exceeds those standards normally ascribed as exemplary, and offers best wishes for every future success and happiness. And this citation, I present on behalf of the 64,000 people of the 41st District, but also I believe I could say on behalf of the 13 million people of Pennsylvania, we say thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Representative Miller. Chief Brubaker, would you like to say anything at this point? Yeah, while you're thinking about this, no, yeah,
It's all good.
yeah,
Go ahead.
I'll just give you a second here, but I really appreciate what Representative Miller is saying about this being a big deal. I mean, you could tell it's a big deal by all the police officers here and just the respect that you all have for each other. So I just wanted to comment on that and give you a second to compose your thoughts.
It's all good. Yeah, I was away last week and my girlfriend who's here today was like, yeah, you probably ought to say something. Yeah, I probably should. So just thank you all. This has been an honor to serve for East Hempfield Township in all the capacities of which I had. It's been amazing. It's been a great ride. I wouldn't change any of it for the world. The group of people that we have here are best of the best. They serve with pride, integrity. Sorry, I was really determined to get through this. It's funny, over the last couple weeks that I've been off, there's been a word that has come through on numerous texts, emails, and cards that I've gotten. And that word is chance. Hey, Jen, thanks for taking the chance on hiring me. Thanks for giving me the chance to work for East Hempfield Township. So I thank all of you for giving me the chance. And it's bittersweet. Representative Miller's right. But now my departure gives chances to a lot of other well-deserved people within the department who are ready to take the department to the next level, who are ready to continue the traditions that we have, who are ready to lead with their heart and soul. So on that note, it's time to get on to the next part of this ceremony, which is the excitement of the promotions and the change that's about to take place. So thank you all. And now we're gonna start stuff later. All right.
All right. Thank you, Chief Brubaker. The next part of our meeting today is Lieutenant Christopher H. Chase, promotion to the Chief of Police. I'm to ask you to step to the platform, but I see you are already there, which is great. And I'll ask Diane to read your bio, and then we will administer the oath of office.
See if I can get through this one without tears. Lieutenant, no, okay, let's try this again. Lieutenant Christopher H. Chase is a dedicated law enforcement professional whose career has been marked by service, leadership, and a steadfast commitment to protecting and serving the community. A graduate of Warwick High School, he earned a Bachelor of Science degree from Kutztown University and later completed a bachelor's degree from Penn State University. He is also a graduate of the prestigious Northwestern University Center for Public Safety's School of Police Staff and Command, and has completed a variety of advanced law enforcement leadership management and investigative training programs throughout his career. Lieutenant Chase began his public service career as a probation officer with Lancaster County Adult Probation and Patrol, where he served for several years before joining the East Hempfield Township Police Department in January of 2007. Over the course of his tenure, he has distinguished himself through professional excellence, integrity, and a commitment to continued growth. In 2012, Chris was promoted to detective, specializing in sex crime and child abuse investigations, where he handled some of the department's most sensitive and complex cases. His dedication and outstanding service were recognized in 2015 when he was named the department's Officer of the Year. In April of 2018, Lieutenant Chase was promoted to sergeant, serving as a patrol sergeant for 2 years before returning in 2020 to oversee the Criminal Investigative Division. In 2022, he was promoted to lieutenant and currently serves as the department's Patrol Services Commander, where he provides leadership and oversight to patrol operations while helping to guide the department's mission of public safety and community service. Throughout his career, Lieutenant Chase has combined extensive operational experience, advanced education, and proven leadership to earn the respect of his colleagues and the trust of our community that he serves. Chris has also been fortunate to have the unwavering support of his wife, Stephanie, and their extended family, whose encouragement and sacrifice have been instrumental throughout his years of public service. Upon completion of the oath of office, Chris will be pinned by his wife, Stephanie, and his good friend and mentor, New Jersey State Police Captain Frank Sarator.
First, I'd like to say what an honor this is for me to offer you this oath. It's just something I never thought I'd get a chance to do in my life, but it's a big honor. All right, so this is the oath of office for the Chief of Police for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the County of Lancaster. So please repeat after me. I, Christopher H. Chase.
I, Christopher H. Chase.
Would you like to use that microphone? Yeah, just for the record. All right. I, Christopher H. Chase,
I, Christopher H. Chase,
do solemnly swear that I,
do solemnly swear that I,
as a police officer for the East Hempfield Township Police Department,
as a police officer for the East Hempfield Township Police Department,
will support, obey, and defend
will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the laws and ordinances of East Hempfield Township,
and the laws and ordinances of East Hempfield Township,
and that I will discharge the duties of Chief of Police
and that I will discharge the duties of Chief of Police
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
I will uphold, obey, and enforce
I will uphold, obey, and enforce
the law without consideration
the law without consideration
to an individual's race, color,
to an individual's race or color,
sex, religious creed,
sex, religious creed,
sexual orientation, age,
sexual orientation, age,
national origin, ancestry,
national origin, ancestry,
handicap, or disability.
handicap, or disability.
Okay, well, thank you. And this was sworn and subscribed on the 5th day of August, 2026. All right. Thank you. Um, uh, The next item is my comments, and I just would like to wish you a lot of luck. When I think back of the process after Chief Brubaker retired, you know, in some cases, it's probably very difficult to select a new police chief, but I think you've been, you know, there's been a succession plan for a long time that you've followed, and everything during the interviews went very well. And I know that all of the supervisors were just delighted to be able to offer you the position. And I think everything that we said to Chief Brubaker, I mean, you could see what a fine example you have and what a great organization you're starting out with. So just wish you the best, and I'm sure everything will work out very well for you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Chief.
Appreciate it.
I'm quite confident that you will continue to work in an exemplary way in the township. We look forward to working with you on the Board of Supervisors and giving you the tools that you're needed. And finally, I'd say that, you know, we are very proud of our law enforcement community here in East Hempfield. And getting to the top of the pile is a credit to you. We believe you have the skill set necessary that we will be able to build upon what is already here. It's the strong foundation. So again, thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I would just echo that. Thank you so much for leading our department going forward. Wish you the best of luck. And I will say, of all the hiring decisions I've been a part of, this was probably the easiest.
Appreciate that. We have a wonderful team. They're lined here across the back. Police work is the ultimate team sport, and we have a great team. So, yeah, we're lucky.
Okay, all right. Okay, and it looks like I can relax for a while, and the next steps are up to Chief Chase to take care of the promotional ceremonies.
We're recognizing 3 individuals who are being promoted this evening. We're going to start first with a lieutenant vacancy that's being filled by Matt Miller. So I'm going to read something briefly about each one of these candidates to include Matt. Lieutenant Miller has recently completed his 14th year of service with East Hempfield Township Police Department. During his tenure with this agency, Lieutenant Miller has worked in a variety of roles to include a patrolman, a patrol supervisor, and his most recently has served as a detective supervisor. Lieutenant Miller has attended numerous trainings throughout his career, which reflects his dedication to continue to enhance his skills so that he can be a resource for those officers within our agency. On a personal note, Lieutenant Miller is married to his wife Kelly. Together they have 3 daughters who are here this evening. I'm incredibly excited to add Lieutenant Miller to the command staff, where he will continue to mentor the other officers in our department. Matt's going to be pinned by his 3 daughters, Taylor, Callie, and Savannah, and his wife, Kel. They can step forward.
Big pin, big pin.
Brian Dillaplane. Sergeant Dillaplane is closing in on completing his 11th year of service with this agency, having already completed 12 years of service prior with the East Cocalico Township Police Department. During his career, Sergeant Dillaplane has proven that he is a reliable resource not just for our agency, but the entire county. Sergeant Dillaplane has established himself as a valued commodity for his deep knowledge of crime scene investigation, specifically including arson investigations. Sergeant Dillaplane brings a tremendous amount of experience and knowledge to the supervisory ranks, and he's established himself as someone the officer can count on for sound advice. Sergeant Dillaplane also brings a great deal of humility and humor to the workplace, which lends itself to a fun environment. Sergeant Dillaplane is also family focused, where he can often be found accompanying his daughters to a gymnastics practice or event. I welcome Sergeant Dillaplane to the ranks of being a supervisor, and I trust him to continue to be a leader for this agency. Brian is going to be pinned by his daughter, Eddie. Lastly, Tyler Clisham. Sergeant Clisham has completed 8 years of service with the East Hempfield Township Police Department. Sergeant Clisham has progressed from being a patrolman to a detective and now to a supervisor. Sergeant Clisham has attended numerous trainings throughout his career. And while employed by this department, he's completed his master's degree through Penn State University. While employed by this department, Sergeant Clisham has proven repeatedly that he's dedicated not just to his peers, but also to our community. Specifically, while serving as a detective, Sergeant Clisham has handled very complex criminal investigations to include investigations that were sexual in nature, investigations that dealt with agencies from multiple states, as well as criminal homicide investigations, where he serves as the lead investigator. Due to Sergeant Clisham's deep knowledge of criminal investigations, he will remain as our detective division, where he will be the supervisor moving forward. Sergeant Clisham is a Lancaster County native, where he lives today with his wife and their daughter, Charlotte. I look forward to welcoming Sergeant Clisham to the ranks of being a supervisor, where we undoubtedly continue to grow and mentor our younger officers. I can tell you on a personal side, I sat at this young man's dinner table when he lived with his mom and dad 8 years ago, trying to persuade him on a Sunday to come to this department. True story. Chief Skiles at the time had reached out to me and said, "This guy's stellar, we have to hire him." And I can't tell you how right he was. Tyler is everything about the future of policing and for this department, and we're lucky to have him. Tyler? Sarah's, his wife's gonna pin it. On behalf of the police department, that wraps up our obligations for this evening. We thank you for the opportunity to share this time with you and specifically welcome these 3 other guys who have promoted. It's not lost on us the responsibility that we have to this community. We don't take it lightly. We're going to continue to be successful as a team because that's what we are. So thank you.
Yep. And yep, thank you. There'll be pictures in a second. One brief comment. I was at National Night Out last night, as was Darren, and I mean, you know, you're off to a good start. I mean, that was an excellent event, very well organized. I think Officer Safinsky organized it, I understand, so thank you for doing that. But as the others I attended, it's just a great example of community interaction, and everybody just seemed to be getting along well, and the kids love seeing the police car and the snow plows and everything. So thank you for continuing that. That's very good. All right, so the next item is we're going to temporarily stop the meeting for photographs. So it'd be like a 10 or 15-minute break here before we continue the meeting.
So if the officers that were promoted and retired
Reconvene. Pressure's off. All right, at least the amount of people. All right, the next item on the agenda is the consent agenda. It's normally made up of routine items that typically require little review, discussion, or explanation. Are there any comments from the board on the consent agenda, items A through D?
I have none.
Okay. Any in the audience or Zoom? Hearing none, do I hear a motion to approve the consent agenda, items A through D as presented?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Landis, second by Mr. Bennett. All those in favor? Say
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion carries 3-0. The next items are action items, Resolution 2026.21. And the next 3 are the same. They're motions to approve Resolution 2026.21, retiring and transferring the Glock 45 9mm police service weapon with serial number BLAW 634 to Jennifer Brubaker upon her retirement. Any comments from the audience? Resume, hearing none. Can I hear a motion?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? None. Motion carries 3-0. Do I hear a motion to approve Resolution 2026.22, retiring and transferring the Glock 45 9mm police service weapon with serial number BLAW 638 to Joshua Sandman upon his retirement?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Landis, second by Mr. Bennett. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion carries 3-0. And the third resolution is 2026.23. Do I hear a motion to approve Resolution 2026.23, amending the East Hempfield Township official sewage facilities plan to include the LASA Farmingdale Pumping Station and force main replacement?
So moved.
And do I hear a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 And opposed? None. Motion carries 3-0. And now I realize that was not a transfer of a weapon, but, so I will, any comments?
It's a routine item of business. We
Okay.
have to accomplish this to allow changes to the sewer plan within the township, and it's not the first time you've seen one, and it won't be the last.
Thank you. Any old business? And any new business? Hearing none. Now is the time for public comment. Is there any public comment? Yep. Yes, please. Yes, Mr. Ralph.
Hi, my name's Ken Ralph. I live at 1861 Wickersham Lane, Lancaster. I'm talking about the pork chop issue that's coming up at the traffic. First of all, is there going to be a it's just some quick questions. Is there going to be a traffic commission meeting on the 19th?
I don't think we have one scheduled, do we? We do? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I gather that at this meeting, it won't be the last meeting on the pork chop. It won't be decisive or anything like that. It was just for information. What's the purpose is to allow more information?
Gain knowledge and review data. Yes.
Okay. So the last concern, Diane's going to help me. She said, understand the new traffic studies that have been done or that will be done, so that I'm confused about it because she was helpful in letting me know about the website where there are a list of all of the traffic that have been done, but they ended in August of 2024. So I asked, and I still don't know, if there have been any studies or any data that has come in after 2024. Will you be able to tell me that, Diane? Okay. So the concern I have is that in a lot of these studies, they give the amount of traffic that's coming both ways, like on Farmingdale, and it may indicate the traffic in the area near the houses or way away, but there currently are no studies about on Farmingdale or the area from the railroad tracks on, and most importantly, I think it's important that we know the traffic that is going north on Farmingdale and south on Farmingdale, the number of cars, because the purpose of the pork chop was to cut the traffic coming south. The assumption, the pork chop was developed and agreed upon before Wegmans was even open, with the fear that it would create a lot of traffic and that the pork chop would cut the traffic in half in terms of cutting through the neighborhood, that there would be a lot of traffic going north to Wegmans, and then they wanted to cut the traffic coming back from. And so I think there's a lot of dispute about whether indeed their traffic has occurred. And importantly, if the pork chop was effective, whether it did indeed cut the traffic coming back, because there's a lot of reason to believe that a lot of the traffic just went around and came in anyway. So it's important for me, I think, to know the traffic going north and south. What would be, so I want to be sure that we get that kind of information. Otherwise, it's going to be hard to determine whether the pork chop really makes sense to begin with. Do you think we'll be able to get that information?
Isn't that the
I would
purpose
think,
of the
yeah, I
traffic study?
think that if, you know, we're gonna develop, data and information on what's going on there and traffic counts, I'm sure will be part of it. We'll take a look at that and, you'll have that information available to you to analyze. And if you see a weakness in what we're doing, sure, we like to hear if it's a weakness, we want to know about it.
Right. And I'll be able to get the data, whatever data has occurred between 2024 and currently, you know, what we have already. Is that accurate, or has it or not been?
If there are studies that have occurred that aren't posted on the website, we'll get them posted so that they're available.
Okay, because it all stops August 2024. So I haven't been able to see anything else. So I'll look forward to talking with you, Diane. I appreciate your help with that. I understand that you have been busy, especially all by yourself. And incidentally, it was delightful to see the promotion and stuff. Wasn't it just really enlightening? So I appreciate that.
It is awesome.
Okay, I thank you for your attention.
Yeah, my understanding is in the past, traffic studies were done one way with the mechanical counters. And now there's the SDK, like the software toolkit that the police use, software that will provide hopefully better traffic studies. So we haven't seen, no one has seen the results yet here. And there's a specialist on the police force. He was unable to accomplish that for other reasons. So yeah, I think something is forthcoming, but we'll have to see what it is. So it's, look, we're not.
Normally, you know, the count is, you don't know, it's just total number of cars traveling. But I think it's important in this case to know whether it's north and south, because if the numbers are the same, then it says that the pork chop isn't doing its job. And that the total number, I think that's an important factor that may not, I was concerned may not be identified.
Yeah. So I don't want you to think we're being cagey here or withholding information. It's not done yet. Like, it's being prepared, is my understanding. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, any other public comments? Anything from Zoom?
Oh, Zoom.
Thank you. All right. Next item is manager's report.
You have the manager's report linked to your agenda. There are not many updates, but a few. Primarily, the Dairy Road Bridge Grant reimbursement request was submitted. Excuse me, there were some minor clarifications on that. And we should see approval of that reimbursement shortly. Additionally, the Indian Springs Park project moves forward in that we did receive our NPDES permit. And so that is moving forward. We are working on getting a Park and Rec meeting scheduled. That requires some coordination with HYA, and they are currently in the midst of setting up their rosters for fall ball. As well as we want to have a working current number for you so that you know what kind of funding streams you're going to need to move forward. And so we have engaged with Keystone Purchasing Network, Gordian, who supplied Lobar for our most recent park projects at Knoll Dorwart and here, to give us a full package look at what that looks like broken out by phase, for the rec authority to be able to look at their costs versus township costs and what that looks like spread out over start to finish. So we're working on that, and as soon as we have a timeline on that, then we'll get a meeting scheduled for that group. Additionally, talking about grants moving forward, the stream bank restoration project for the golf course and Hempfield Rec Center is also moving forward. We met last week with Four Seasons, Hempfield Rec, and DMA staff to discuss with Flyway Construction the pre-construction information. They are looking at a fall, probably late fall start timeline for that project because they won't be able to seed or plant until the spring anyways. And so we're looking forward to getting that project underway. We are still waiting for one project owner along there to agree to the temporary easement for that construction of that project. And then we did have a planning group meeting last Thursday. Much of the agenda was the same as the previous month as we work through some different projects, including updates to the comprehensive plan and the official map. Those are being finalized by the township engineer. We're working through some zoning ordinance amendments, including some constraints on data centers, residential density and cluster developments, bed and breakfast regulation clarifications, as well as short-term rentals and off-street parking. So you'll likely see that on your August 15th agenda for approval to move that forward through the process. And then staff is also working on getting a finance group meeting together. We have crossed the 6-month mark for our budget and are approaching budget season for the 27 process. So as finance completes some pieces of the audit and gets that 6-month budget to actual in place, then we'll schedule a finance meeting. And we also are looking at having a public safety group meeting just for updates on where we're at with the police department, as well as the fire department and where that's heading for our volunteer fire department merger and staffing process. And that's what I have for you.
Well, that's a lot. You have been busy.
Do we have a return to work date for Cindy yet? An idea of generally?
Her goal is next Thursday. That all depends on next Wednesday.
Okay.
So the 13th is her hopeful date for return.
And then when we get to the Parks and Rec meeting, I'd like to have more detailed drawings other than the one we're using here, you know, the one that just depicts everything on there,
The master plan.
the master plan. I'd like to
Okay.
have something that shows us exactly where the baseball fields are going to be, where the infrastructure improvements are going to be, and go for, you know, use that in the planning process for the meeting.
Okay.
Y-
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
We'll work on that.
We had talked about where the baseball fields will be located and meeting with HYA. Like, is it advisable to do that soon or after our meeting?
I mean, they have a pin in right now where they want the baseball field
Yeah.
to be and what aligns with the current plan. If we make modifications, then we go back with the NPDS for modifications. But
and they're going to be where, you know, where they're laid out to be. I just would like, you know, some more detailed information maybe. It's just important that everyone is comfortable. I mean, I think we know where the ball fields are going to be and where the first ball fields are going to be. I don't think, none of us are expecting all 4 of the ball fields to go in initially. But we should have an idea how it looks on the ground, I think. How much earth is going to be moved. And then the other thing on the park, hopefully we're on the lookout for construction projects within the township or maybe even in a close township close by where we can get some fill, because I think we're going to need some fill for the berms in the park.
Mhm.
And if we could just sort of keep that in the back of our mind, that might be a good idea.
Yeah, and the exact field locations, that was established 3 years ago or 4 years ago. A few of the members of the board weren't there then, including me. And so I'm not necessarily asking or suggesting that we change it, but before we start digging fields, I think I'd like another shot at it. Hopefully nothing will change, but I just think it's worth discussing one more time before we start digging, since it's been 3 years.
So there's a lot that has to occur before we can start digging. And so there will be plans that have to be approved and reviewed. And the key for us, at least as staff right now, is to get HYA back into the room to find out what their plans are, what their funding is. If they've been able to secure the funding that they've told us in the past, they think that they have. And then what they would like their plan to be moving forward, so that we can align that with the process that has to occur for plan approvals and permits and all of those pieces.
Okay. Yeah, and that'll work, having HYA in the room and reviewing this. I just don't know what comes first, like not finalized, but the next level of plans or discussion with HYA. So that's, but we
I
can,
mean,
we can figure that
I'm
out.
thinking more engineering type plans.
Right, so we're in kind of a limbo spot right now, because we now have an NPDS permit that says we can move forward with a project as written on our master plan.
Right.
We have a group who has indicated that they believe they have funding to move forward with a portion of the park. You have indicated as a park and rec group that you want to move forward, and you believe you have the support of the board to do that with dollars we currently have or other funding sources that we find.
Right.
And so we're trying to manage HYA's goals and ambitions and the reality of their plans with then what it looks like on the township side to try to start dirt work and infrastructure and those things that have to happen as a part of their project. So I'm working on it, I promise. It's a process.
Yes, it is. And I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just to clarify my recollection, the HYA is going to be responsible for just like gravel parking once they either tag team with us or take on the full responsibility of putting in the fields. Is that correct?
So I think that's still also kind of up in the air. The original path was to try to stay under an acre of disturbance so that we didn't have to get the NPDS permit. Now that we have that, it is better for everyone if we move forward in a way that we're building what's going to stay. And so it will be balanced between what they desire to do, what they have the funding to do, and what needs to happen for us to be able to occupy the park.
Sure.
So
Okay.
I think it's still kind of a give and take as we move forward side by side.
Okay.
But as the fields are going to be built, there should at the same time be some infrastructure going in
Correct.
also.
Yep.
They'll be sort of going in tandem maybe.
Right.
And the township is going to be responsible for that.
Yep.
Mhm.
And stormwater. I mean, that's,
Yeah.
the stormwater infrastructure has to be in place for the fields to go in. The fields have to have parking. It's all a lot of timing soup.
Right.
Okay. Any other comments? Diane and Nate and the whole team, I know our meetings have been short, but there's a lot going on. And so I just want to recognize that you guys have kept the ball rolling and everything seems to be flowing. So just thanks. And just so you know, I think we know that, it's been a lot of work for you guys. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
And on that, I will adjourn at 7:21.